Hey, Carol, do you know when we're having our wedding?
Amelia, it's been a while. Heard it from Mom, but what about it?
Oh, good. You must be jealous, huh? Hawaii, baby, Hawaii. And it's at this 5-star resort that all the VIPs in the world approve of.
Good for you.
Remember when you were all smug and bragging to me? God, that was annoying. You thought you were better than me just because you got married ahead of me. You know, I noticed.
You've been saying that to me forever, but you're totally off base. I've never once thought like that, you know.
I can tell you wear your emotions on your sleeve. It's not like you're working some amazing job or anything. Yet, throwing a fancy wedding at some fancy hotel, acting like you're hot stuff. Know your place, seriously.
Where we have our wedding is our business, right? Have I ever given you any trouble? Stop nagging me about something that's already done and over with.
Don't you get smart with me. With your plain face and your penny-pinching vibe, a mid-range hotel suits you better. But no, you had to go and act all fancy. Don't you realize how tacky that was?
Geez, we just had a reception at the hotel with our good memories. I don't know why we have to be called tacky for that.
But hey, this is your last chance to flaunt it, you know. I'm gonna have an even better wedding. Just wait and see. You'll never be able to afford to stay at such a fabulous hotel. I'll graciously let you come, so be thankful, okay?
Well, if you put it that way, you don't have to invite me.
What? You can't just skip out on your sister's wedding. That's absurd. Fine, I get it. I know you're frustrated that we're having a better one than you, right?
That's not it.
Anyway, not showing up is absolutely not an option. Got it? You do know my fiancé is a manager at a major corporation, right? So yeah, we can afford to have a wedding in a Hawaiian resort hotel. Compared to him, your husband's company, I've never even heard of it. He's some kind of business owner, but it's probably a tiny little one, right? You probably make more money than him. You settle for less when you rush into marriage. That's why you end up with a low-income guy. I plan to be a full-time homemaker once I'm married. You're still busting your butt working. It's kind of sad, really.
I work because I enjoy it. It's my choice. It's not like we're struggling for money or anything.
Oh, there it is. Your need to show off goes a bit too far sometimes, you know.
Listen, it's one thing to make fun of me, but lay off Peter, okay? He's way too good for me.
Oh, really? Okay, I'll let that slide then. To me, he's just an average guy. But since your standards are low, I guess he seems wonderful to you. You're kind of lucky in a way. It cracks me up. You two are just perfect for each other, aren't you? Like attracts like, huh? Talking to you guys makes me feel like I'm catching your poor vibe.
Poor vibe? Well, I'm not just idling around here, you know. If you just want to make fun of me, can we wrap this up?
What, you busy or something? You're not fooling anyone.
Hey, didn't you recently have a civil ceremony in front of your friends? Since you're newlyweds, why don't you spend your time enjoying each other instead of harassing your little sister? Aren't you supposed to be busy with wedding prep?
Don't tell me what to do. I know that without you reminding me, okay? We're all lovey-dovey. I took time out of my busy schedule to share the excitement of having our wedding at this 5-star resort in Hawaii. You should be grateful, all right?
Thanks.
Fine. Look forward to the wedding. Hey, I just want to make sure where you are right now.
Oh, perfect timing. I was just about to contact you. I arrived at Oahu Airport, but for some reason they wouldn't let me on the shuttle. What's going on? We can't afford for everyone to be late, so I told them to go ahead. I'm still stuck here.
Operation success. Hilarious. So, were you actually looking forward to the wedding?
Huh?
From the start, it was a plan to ditch you. There's no seat reserved for you at the reception, by the way. You aren't invited to my wedding.
What? You told me to come. What's happening?
Are you still not getting it? I hate you. I'll never forgive you for getting married before me and making fun of me.
Jeez, I told you I never did such a thing.
I told the staff at the venue that someone who wasn't invited to the wedding was trying to crash it. I asked them not to let you on the shuttle. I gave them your name.
Why would you do that? If you didn't want me here, then you shouldn't have invited me in the first place.
That wouldn't be fun, right? Coming all the way here and getting rejected. How sad. You setting foot in a 5-star hotel in Hawaii is 100 years too soon. How does it feel to be left alone at the airport?
I'm actually thrilled.
What?
I said, I'm thrilled. You've been looking down on me forever, making snide remarks. So I really didn't want to come here anyway.
Your tendency to show off will never change, huh? I even thought about letting you in if you begged and cried. But with that attitude, no chance. Plus, I don't even consider you family. Just go back home already.
Got it. But seriously, Amelia, are you sure about this? You might regret it later, you know.
Why would I regret it? Are you stupid?
I'm giving you a heads up. Even if you come later to apologize, I won't help you, okay?
Oh, you're really stupid, aren't you? Why do I have to apologize to you?
You're gonna regret it, mark my words.
Yeah, sure, sore loser. I'm busy with makeup and stuff right now, so I don't have time for you. Just cry alone at home, okay? Later. Carol, where are you now? I've been calling you over and over. Hurry up and answer.
Obviously, I'm at the airport. I managed to snag a return ticket since there happened to be an opening. So I'm just chilling in the lounge until boarding time. What's the matter?
Asking me what the matter is? Come back right now.
You know, I haven't even been over there once, so...
Quit with quibble. If you don't come over here, the wedding's gonna be cancelled. I had no idea Peter, of all people, had taken care of our entire wedding. He told me, since Carol isn't attending the wedding, I feel it's strange for me to be here alone, so I'll also be absent. In fact, please treat it as if there were no wedding at all. Then the venue staff started freaking out and declared the wedding is cancelled. What the heck is going on?
Since you've been ridiculing him, you must not know. But his business specializes in tourism. It might not be super famous, but it's really popular through word of mouth, especially in Hawaii. He has connections with a big company specializing in bridal services here. And the CEO of that company pulled some strings for us, managing to secure a venue at that super popular 5-star resort that's booked up over 2 years in advance.
No way! I thought his CEO title was just for show, like he ran some lame tiny company or something.
I'm not trying to brag or anything, but since it seems like you're misunderstanding, I'll fill you in. Peter earns more than your so-called amazing husband.
Are you kidding?
Nope. His annual income exceeds $300,000.
What? Over $300,000? That's more than 3 times what Matthew makes. I had no idea he was such an elite. He got upset and stormed off, saying leaving Carol behind at the airport is unacceptable. Where could he have gone? I apologize, just please don't cancel the wedding. Tell him for me.
He's coming here.
The airport?
We're going back together.
Going back? Don't say that.
I've already booked the tickets for us. It's all your fault, you know. Think about it. It's weird for him to attend the wedding alone when I can't even be there. Don't you think?
Then both of you should come. Come back right now.
You said there's no seat reserved for me, right? You don't even consider me family, do you? I have no intention of attending the wedding of someone who doesn't even think of me as family or trying to help.
But it's ultimately your fault.
How?
If you had just told me from the beginning that he was arranging the wedding, I wouldn't have left you at the airport like that.
Matthew was the one who told us to keep quiet about it.
For what?
He knows how proud you are. Seems like he thought your pride wouldn't allow it if you found out he arranged everything. He knows you pretty well, huh? I mean, I can't imagine you who can't stand me relying on me for anything.
Well,
you're all worried about the wedding. But it seems like he's pretty upset too. You okay?
Oh, come to think of it, I was wondering where he went.
The hotel you chose is really popular, and Peter actually turned it down at first. But Matthew was adamant and begged him. His enthusiasm got the better of him, and he worked really hard to make it happen. Maybe he's upset with you for trampling over that effort.
Oh no. What should I do? Everyone's freaking out right now. Relatives came all the way here, but now they're raging because the wedding's canceled. Help me out here, Carol.
You reap what you sow, right? Handle it yourself. After treating me like trash and leaving me at the airport, now you want to rely on me? Isn't that asking too much?
I'm really sorry. Even if you can't you send Peter back here?
No can do. He just got here. The flight time's getting closer, so we're just enjoying a meal at the airport restaurant. Don't bother us anymore.
Oh, come on! Please, I was really looking forward to the wedding. If this doesn't get sorted now, not only will the wedding be canceled, but I might get dumped.
Well, it's not like there's much we can do, right? It's all your fault.
I apologize. I'm really sorry.
Don't think an apology will cut it. Since I'm not considered family, I'll just quietly head back home. See ya.
Oh no. Hey, if the wedding gets canceled because of this, you're not getting off scot-free. Got it?
Hi, Carol. Have you arrived home yet?
Hey, Matthew. We landed about an hour ago. We're on the way home now.
I'm really sorry about what happened, especially after all the trouble I put you guys through.
It's Amelia's fault, so don't worry about it. So, did the wedding get cancelled?
Yeah, the local in charge got really mad after Peter left. Of course, he did nothing wrong. It's all on her. Leaving you at the airport was definitely out of line. If I were him, I'd probably do the same thing.
I heard you stormed out too. Are you considering a divorce?
I was so furious, I had to step out for a bit. But then my relatives were upset, so I had to go back and apologize big time to smooth things over. I'm still a bit torn, but honestly, divorce seems like the only option.
Yeah, I totally understand.
Well, I'm thinking of taking some time away from her to really think things through. I'm reaching out to you because I'm worried about you and Peter.
Why?
Since the wedding got cancelled, she's been muttering to herself like, "That witch, I'll never forgive her. I'm gonna destroy her and make her pay." She's been repeating it. Even if I try to stop her, she doesn't seem to hear me. It's really unsettling. Given her personality, I can't guarantee she won't cause harm to you. Please, be careful.
Jeez, that's crazy. Thanks for reaching out. I'll talk to Peter about this.
Please do, and take care.
Amelia, it's a crime to sneak into someone's house, you know. And you've trashed the place. My wallet's missing cash, and you've swiped my favorite accessories. Why would you do something like this?
What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. I know you trespassed into my house.
What? You have no proof, so don't make baseless accusations. I'll sue you for defamation.
There's evidence.
Yeah, right.
Matthew reached out to me.
He did? For what?
You've been saying you'd never forgive me and would destroy me, right? So I discussed it with Peter about what to do. Since you might show up at our place, we installed security cameras. When I got home earlier, the place was ransacked. I freaked out, you know. When I checked the security footage, it clearly showed you. So I filed a police report.
What? The police? That's going too far. We're sisters, for crying out loud.
What you did was breaking and entering, not to mention theft, you know. You'll face the consequences. How did you even get in?
Well?
If you don't tell me, the charges will only get worse. Is that what you want?
I don't want that. Fine, I'll tell you the truth. Mom had your spare key, so I made a copy and used it to get in.
Holy, made a copy? What were you thinking?
I just wanted to mess with you a bit. I didn't plan to steal anything serious. But when I got inside and saw how nice your house was, I got mad, thinking I may be faced with divorce, and here she is.
God, you're getting divorced because of your own actions, not because of us. And it's not that you may be divorced, but you are being divorced.
Why? How do you know?
I reported this to not just the police, but also Matthew.
Why would you do that?
He was worried about us, so I had to let him know. He said he's had enough and is filing for divorce.
Oh no. Finally, I thought my future was secured. I even quit my job.
After that, Mom and Dad told me they're breaking ties with you too.
No way! How did it get to this?
Why wouldn't they? They both went through hell apologizing to everyone at the wedding. When I saw them the other day, they looked so worn out. And when Mom found out you stole the key I gave her and broke in, she fainted from shock. You brought this on yourself.
I never meant for things to go this far. I'm sorry. I'll return the stolen money and accessories. Please, can you let this slide?
Of course not. Saying sorry won't make the cops go away.
Come on, we're sisters. It doesn't have to go this far.
You said you don't see me as family, remember? And now you want to play the sister card when it suits you? Take responsibility for your own words. And what you did, even if we were family, it's not something that should be forgiven. You better realize that.
I was jealous of you. I got carried away with envy. I'm really sorry.
Were you even listening to me? If you think you can just apologize and be forgiven, you're dead wrong. The police will probably be paying you a visit soon. Make sure you reflect on your actions behind bars.
Oh no.
Well then, take care. Goodbye. Amelia was arrested afterwards. At the police station, She kept crying and begging, saying,
I messed up. I'm so sorry. Please, Carol, forgive me.
Whether it was genuine or just an act, I couldn't tell. Even if she is remorseful, it's too late now. Just married, yet facing divorce from Matthew and abandoned by her family. She needs to accept her mistakes, reflect, and strive for a better life. I'll silently watch over her from afar.
Hey, Scarlett! Have you already received the wedding invitation? Make sure you attend my wedding. Well, even if you try to be absent, I'll find a way to get you to my wedding. Michelle, cut it out already. I already replied to the invitation the other day. Why do you keep sending me invitations again? What do you mean, why? I went to the trouble of inviting you, but you keep replying with a no-show. So what? I don't want to go. Wow, that's unbelievable. How could you miss your own sister's wedding? Are you serious? Don't tell me you haven't forgotten what you did to me 2 years ago. What? Oh, you're bringing up how I stole your ex-fiancé, Christian? Exactly. Why should I attend the wedding of you and my ex? Don't you think that it's insensitive and awkward? Stop playing the victim card. It's been 2 years already. It's time to move on from the past. There's no way I can forgive you. Christian and I were on the brink of getting married back then, you know? We had to cancel the ceremony at the last minute. You have no idea how I felt at that time. Oh, come on! It's not my fault. Christian chose me over you. You seduced him. I can't believe you made a move on your own sister's fiancé. Well, Christian is handsome and so successful. Just the other day, he got scouted by a big company and changed jobs. He's too good for you. You were after him because he was my fiancé before. You've always been like that, haven't you? You always try to take what's mine. Don't tell me you still have feelings for Christian. Stop bringing up the past. No, I don't. Oh, come on. It's so obvious. I feel sorry for you. Nobody wants to be with a fat and ugly woman like you. If you weren't fat and ugly, you would have already found a new guy by now. You wouldn't be stuck dwelling on the past like this. That's so rude. Well, Christian works for a big company, you know. It must have been frustrating for you not to be able to marry a guy like him. Especially an ugly woman like you, losing the chance to get married. You might end up single for your life. No wonder you still have feelings for Christian. What are you talking about? That's not true. Oh, really? I don't think so. With that face, you'll never get married. On the other hand, I'm lucky to be born beautiful. I've always been able to get the guys I wanted. Men are just easy. Wow, good for you. Hey, just to be clear, even if you ask for Christian back, I'm never giving him back to you, okay? Christian's going to be my husband after all. I don't want him. He's just a cheater who got manipulated by you. Oh, really? I have no feelings for Christian. You can marry with peace of mind. You say that, but you are still bitter. Whatever. I'll make sure you come to my wedding. Well, I'm telling you, I'm not going. No. You have to come. Why? It would be hilarious to see your ugly face there. A jealous loser ugly sister envying the beautiful sister. Don't you think it would be hilarious? Oh God, you are the worst. Only you would find that hilarious. Who knows? Maybe you'll have a good time at the wedding. What do you mean? I'm saying it will help you to move on. It seems like a lot of Christian's co-workers will be at the wedding. You might find a guy there. No, thank you. Oh, come on. You need a new guy to move on. Well, most men won't be interested in you. But there might be some weirdo who likes fat and ugly women like you. Whatever. I'm telling you, I'm not going to the wedding. Seriously? I'm inviting you for your own good. I'll keep sending invitations until you say you'll attend. Do whatever you want. It won't change my mind. Bye. Well. Seems like you came to my wedding after all. The staff just told me. I thought you weren't coming. See? I knew you wanted to meet a new guy to move on. Well, I have prepared a seat for you just in case you might come. I didn't plan on coming, but I got invited by the groom's side. That's why I had to attend. What? The groom's side? Oh, I see. Since you weren't responding to my invitation, I bet Christian reached out to you. So that's all it takes to make you come to my wedding, huh? You came because you wanted to see Christian, didn't you? I don't even want to see that guy's face. I came here reluctantly because of a work acquaintance. What are you talking about? Anyway, thank you for coming to the wedding, my fat, ugly sister. Seriously? With that face? You'll never get married in your life. We'll show you our blissful wedding right in front of you. So make sure to show us your bitter loser face, okay? Hey, Scarlett! What the hell was that? What? Did I do something? It was embarrassing, you know? I can't deal with an ugly person like you. I have no idea what you're talking about. Sure, I mentioned that you might find some guy for you at the wedding. But I can't believe you sat next to Mr. Johnson and didn't move away from him the whole time. You were all over him. What's wrong with that? Mr. Johnson is the CEO at the company where Christian works. Yeah, I know that. Oh my God. You knew and you still tried to go for him? No, it's not that I'm going after him. I get that you're desperate to get married, but you should know that he's way out of your league. And besides, he just got married last month. You're going after a married man now? You're way too desperate. Excuse me? I'm not like you. I don't know where you got that confidence to go after him, but you should know that no one would be interested in a loser like you. It's just so pathetic. What do you mean? I'm already married, you know. What? I don't have to look for a man because I'm already married. Wait, there's no way you're married. Aren't you ashamed of yourself for telling such an obvious lie? It's not a lie. If someone wanted to marry you, he'd have to be a crazy person or some kind of weirdo. If you can't believe it, why don't you ask Christian? Huh? Christian? Christian invited my husband and asked him to bring his wife along. But it was obvious that he said that without knowing who his wife was. So to make things clear, my husband talked to Christian and told him that I am his wife. Wait a moment. You're the wife of Mr. Johnson? Yes, that's right. You're kidding, right? You didn't realize? I thought it would be obvious from the seating arrangement. It was clear that I was attending as his wife. There's no way I could have known. I mean, Christian didn't tell me anything. I can't believe you married a CEO. Well, he hasn't introduced me to his business acquaintances as his wife yet. Plus, our wedding happened overseas, and we only invited the groom's family. What the hell? I intended to cut ties with you when my engagement was broken off 2 years ago because of you. I haven't been in touch with our parents who sided with you either. If it weren't for today's wedding, I wouldn't have told you about it. My husband knew Christian was my ex-fiancé. We even discussed the idea of both of us not attending the wedding, but my husband didn't want to be rude by declining the invitation, so we decided to attend together. Oh my God! It's so unfair! How is this possible? After Christian broke up with me, I was devastated. And you know what? I started to doubt myself, thinking maybe I'd never find someone because of my looks. So I decided to focus on my career. I attended a bunch of seminars and workshops. My husband was one of the instructors there. We hit it off, and now look at us, a married couple. I never thought he'd be the CEO of the company where Christian went to work. What a small world. Really? A man like him could choose a more beautiful woman. Why would he choose an ugly woman like you? My husband said I was fun to talk to. He's not the type of person to judge people based on looks. I can't believe it. And about Christian? Well, he seemed to assume that his boss's wife was just another person with the same name as me. I think he was shocked when he realized that it was me. He didn't say anything because other executives were also inviting their wives. He had no choice but to agree to my presence. What the hell? This is so unfair! What do you mean unfair? Don't you know that Mr. Johnson is super famous in the industry? He became the CEO of a company in his 30s. He's been dedicated to his work. Everybody thought he'd continue to stay single. Turns out, he got married recently. I was so jealous of the woman he married. And yet, he chose you? An ugly woman like you? Well, that's the reality. How did you get him to marry you? Nothing. We were just meant for each other. Ugh! This is unacceptable! It's not fair that you're happier than me. What do you mean? Can you calm down for a moment? It's your wedding day. Aren't you happy that you're marrying the guy that you love? Shut up! Do you think I can calm down in a humiliating situation like this? It makes me feel like I am the loser. What do you mean? Nobody thinks you are a loser. I can make him happy. What? It's shameful for a CEO to have a wife like you. I feel sorry for him. A company CEO should have a beautiful wife like me. Wait. I've decided. I'm going to make Mr. Johnson fall for me. What? No way. Tomorrow, I'll go to Christian's office. I'll seduce him and make him fall in love with me. You're kidding, right? I'm dead serious. What about Christian? I don't care about him anymore. I'm going to give you back that loser. Jesus Christ, how selfish can you be? I don't understand. I got rejected by Mr. Johnson. I can't believe you actually stormed into his office. Are you out of your mind? Christian was so easy to seduce, but why not this time? I'm definitely better than you. All men aren't like Christian, you know. Real men don't cheat. That can't be true. Every guy I'm interested in ends up falling for me. It's just how it goes. He is a man too. There's no way he wouldn't be attracted to me. Wait, is he secretly gay? Oh my God, listen. A loyal man would never be interested in a woman like you. It's just that the men you've dated so far have been unfaithful. That's not true. What did you say to him? What? You probably said something about me. That's why I got rejected. Ugly people are ugly on the inside too, huh? I never said anything bad about you. Haven't you realized yet? Realized what? Who he truly is. Who? He is the CEO of Christian's company. That's not what I meant. Well, it's not surprising that you've long forgotten what he looked like in high school. He matured, and his last name changed. High school? Wait, don't tell me we went to the same high school. Yes, his old last name was Mason. Mason? His full name is Kenneth Mason. His parents divorced and his surname has changed. Mason! Wait, that creepy nerd? I wouldn't put it that way, but yes. You bullied him in high school, calling him a nerd and a loser. Guess what? He's my husband now. No way! That nerd became a CEO? I mean, sure, he was one of the top students, but still. I heard Kenneth went through a lot in high school because of you and your friends. Did I really do that? It's been so long, I don't remember. The one who was bullied remembers it well. He knows your true colors. There's no way he would fall for you. You've just wasted your time. Oh my God! Well, even if you didn't bully him before, sending out so many invitations without hesitation clearly shows that you are an insane person. Fine, I get it. I'll give up this time. But don't you ever think you're better than me now. Next time, I'll marry someone even richer and more famous than Mr. Johnson. There are plenty of better men out there. You'll see, and you'll definitely get jealous of me. Oh, come on. It's time to face reality. Reality? Don't you think there are consequences for switching men like that? I think things are going to get difficult for you from now on. What do you mean? How dumb can you be? Christian might be a big idiot who cheated, but you're an even bigger idiot. Why me? If you don't get it, it's not worth explaining. Goodbye. Oh my God, Scarlett, what should I do? What's going on so late at night? I got a call from Christian. He's asking me to pay all the wedding expenses and the cancellation fee for the honeymoon trip. $100,000 in total. Good luck. Hey, what should I do? I don't have that much money to pay. I mean, why should I pay for that? Of course you should be paying that. After finding out about my husband, you dumped him immediately. I think you were responsible for this. What? Me? Because you, despite being ugly, married Mr. Johnson. He's way better than Christian. It's only natural that I want him. Listen, even 2 years ago when you stole Christian from me, you were like this. When I asked you to pay all the wedding cancellation fees, you blamed me for everything. You even refused to pay. But that time, Christian paid all the fees. Don't you understand how selfish you are? Don't bring up the past now. You haven't learned anything from your past mistakes. What do you mean by mistakes? There are always consequences for your selfish actions. It's common sense. You should realize that you are selfish and the world doesn't revolve around you. Shut up! Who do you think you are? I'm telling you, ugly people have no right to talk back. Seriously? Why are you still existing in this world? It makes me sick to be related to you. Can you say the same thing in front of a lawyer? If I went to court, would you say the same thing? What? Regardless of being beautiful or ugly, it's common sense to apologize for doing something wrong. After apologizing, you should show through action that you are sincere in your apology. That's why you should be responsible for paying for it. But 2 years ago, Christian covered for you, but it won't work this time. No one would help you, not even our parents. That's why you should pay. After all, you're the CEO's wife. You can easily pay $100,000, right? Don't you get it yet? Ever since you stole my fiancé, I've never considered you my sister. Do I have to say it clearly that there's no one on your side? But still, we are family. You should help me. Now you're saying we're family. Don't make me laugh. But I don't have a job. I underwent a lot of beauty procedures in preparation for the wedding. All my savings are gone now. There's no way I can pay that much. Why I can't rely on the person who has money? What do you mean you can't pay? Why don't you just get a job? What? You always thought you didn't have to work seriously because you've been planning to marry into a wealthy family. Now look at you. Whether you realize it or not, nobody's going to help you anymore. That's the reality. I thought I could live a luxurious life as a housewife. I don't want to work. You have to take the responsibility. You have no choice but to work and do whatever it takes to pay. That's too much trouble. I'll just find a rich man to marry me. I will make him pay $100,000. Jesus Christ, I'm done. There's no point in talking with you. What? I have no intention of helping you. Good luck. Don't say that. Please, help me. Michelle seemed to have taken out a loan from some sketchy people to pay off the fees that she was charged. After that, she seemed to be on the hunt for a man who would pay off her debt. I heard she went on dates with numerous men, but her eagerness for money made it too obvious. No one showed any interest in her. Eventually, she gave up on marrying a wealthy man. Now Michelle is working tirelessly from morning till night to pay off her debt. Due to overwork, her once proud appearance has faded. Despite being in her 30s, people mistake her for being in her 50s. As for Christian, he decided to resign from the company after that incident. I heard that he has become a temporary worker and is living on a shoestring. As for me, I'm spending beautiful days with my beloved husband. Although I wasn't blessed with looks and endured hardships for a long time, I realized that if you work hard, you can eventually find happiness.
Kate, it's been a long time.
Who is it?
Huh? You're saying you've forgotten about me? You used to love me so much. It's John, your ex-husband.
What? Why? I thought I blocked you.
I changed my phone and got a new WhatsApp ID. By the way, why the hell did you get so fat? I'm seriously surprised at you. You look like a linebacker. Why is a chubby girl like you wearing a fancy dress? Don't tell me you're attending the wedding too.
Wait, you're at the wedding too? Don't tell me you're around here.
I saw you just now. I just checked and it looks like there's only one wedding here today. So it's the same one. I'm at the reception hall right now. Are you here too?
Yes, but...
Seriously. There you are. I'm at the table in the left row. I'm waving at you. Can you see me?
You haven't changed.
I never thought I'd bump into my ex-wife like this, completely by chance. I left you because you couldn't have children. I was really surprised. I didn't expect you to have gained so much weight. You're still single, aren't you? You're not attractive as a woman at all. I'm really glad I divorced you. I didn't want you because you couldn't have kids. It's a good thing I left you back then.
Is that all you have to say? If you just want to make fun of me, then stop. I'm blocking this ID too.
Wait a minute. We've just bumped into each other again. Don't be so cold. You're invited on the bride's side, right? What's your relationship?
We're colleagues from work.
Seriously? The bride works for Company M, right? You're working for a big company like that now? You must have worked really hard to survive on your own after being dumped by me. I'll give you credit for that effort.
Thank you. Are we done? If you persist any longer, I'm really going to block you.
Wait a minute. I remarried your sister Megan, you know? So technically, you're my sister-in-law. I need to tell her, your sister and my wife, about your situation. After all, Megan was disowned by her parents because of you.
Huh? Was it my fault? How dare you? They found out that Megan had an affair with you, my husband at the time, and ended up marrying you. Then they decided to disown her. I didn't set any of this up. Well, I was still happy that they were 100% on my side. Megan deserved to be disowned after what she did. I haven't seen her since then, nor have I been in touch with her. I have no intention of contacting her in the future. I don't want to have anything to do with you who betrayed me, now or ever. Don't just casually contact me like this just because we happen to meet.
Well, don't be like that. This is just another chance of fate, isn't it? Anyway, I'll tell her that you've gained so much weight that you can't even be recognized. I'm sure she will burst out laughing.
You can laugh all you want. I don't care.
Don't try to act strong.
You know, do you guys have any idea what you did to me? How can you be so rude after betraying me? It's unfortunate for me to run into you, so please just leave me alone, okay? To be honest, I'm disgusted with you. Besides, it seems like the reception is about to begin.
Oh, is it that time already? I'll be in touch.
No, you shouldn't.
I forgot to tell you something earlier. I'm a father now.
Hey, don't call me in the middle of the wedding party.
Are you even listening to me? You must be surprised.
I don't care about your story. I'm putting my phone on silent now.
Huh? What the hell? We just met again. I know you've been wondering how your sister and I are doing. That's why I'm updating you. You know, it was a good thing that you and I got divorced. If I had stayed married to you, I wouldn't have had a child. And it's a boy. Both Mom and Dad were asking me if we were going to have an heir yet. You know how eager they were. They were overjoyed. They said, "Thank you so much for giving us an heir." They are so grateful to Megan. They're so excited about their first grandchild that they bought me everything. So, unlike when you were my wife, there are absolutely no problems between them as wife and mother-in-law. I knew it was you who had issues. Well, you or your body that can't get pregnant. I think you have a good personality. So, if only you had had a baby, they would have liked you. And we'd still be married. You should blame yourself for having such an unhealthy body. Don't hold a grudge against my mother. We were married for 5 years and couldn't have kids at all. It's only natural that she's unhappy. And yet, you demanded alimony. We had no money for a while after that. But I guess I'm lucky after all. About 2 years after we divorced, my grandpa passed away. I got a huge inheritance. I had no idea my grandpa was that rich. I was really surprised. If you were still married to me, you'd be wealthy today. Too bad for you. I eat good food every day and buy whatever I want. I'm living in luxury. Megan is also thankful that she was able to marry me. Besides, she's making an effort to stay beautiful for me. What about you, on the other hand? Have you given up on being a woman? How did you get so fat to have that belly? I can see your belly from where I'm sitting. I'm trying hard to hold back my laughter. You have a plain face, but your style complemented it well. But now, with your current style, you'll never get married again. Hey, are you listening to me? How long are you going to ignore me? I see you taking pictures of them. I know you are using your phone right now. Anyway, you must have been shocked to find out that Megan and I still love each other very much. Communicating with me must be painful for you. I'm sorry that I'm so happy. Hey, Kate. You must be desperate for a boyfriend. You're too close to the guy next to you. Can't you see he doesn't like you? You really don't know yourself, do you? There's no way you could sweep him off his feet. Or maybe you don't even know who that person is. He's the president of a rapidly growing venture company. He's been featured in magazines, on TV, and more. I've seen his face several times in those articles. You're trying to snag such a high-spec guy? Seriously? Don't make me laugh. You should at least lose some weight before you make a move. Hey, look at your cell phone. For once, I think you'd better take my advice. Whoa! What an incredible appetite you have. If you keep eating like that, you're not going to lose any weight. Did you notice that the president guy is looking at you? I bet he's just disgusted by you, a fat girl eating so eagerly. I'm sorry your love didn't come true this time too. Why don't you just keep eating like that forever? You're so funny. I could watch you do it forever. It was a nice ceremony today. Unlike you, they were beautiful. I still can't stop laughing when I remember how fat you looked. I was trying so hard to hold laughter at the reception because they would have thought I was a weirdo if I giggled by myself. Now I can finally laugh freely. Hey, tell me, why did you gain so much weight? I want to tell Megan about it when I'm home. Is it because you got desperate after being dumped? If you kept your good style like before, you might have a chance to remarry. You're going to be single for the rest of your life. I feel sorry for you. I know you know this, but let me tell you something. Fat people are not popular. Too bad for you. Some people are fond of fat people, but there are just a few. At least I hate fat people. They piss me off just looking at them. You're so persistent. I haven't responded to you for a long time. Why don't you just give up and stop calling me? How can you say it was a nice ceremony? You kept messaging me the whole time, and you barely even looked at it. You're so rude to the people who invited you. Finally, you replied. Because you are so big, you can't move quickly and reply. Stop being stupid. I wanted to congratulate my coworker for inviting me to the wedding, so I didn't feel like checking my phone. And it's rude to be glued to your phone during the reception, except for snapping photos. Do you lack basic etiquette? Shut up. You're just upset because I called you fat, right? You think you can talk like that? I just checked all your messages. How many times do you want to call me fat? You're an adult and you have a child, but you are acting just like a kid. You're really pathetic. Huh? You're the one who's pathetic. You were dumped by me because you couldn't have children. Then, you got desperate and turned out to be such an ugly thing. You didn't expect to see me again, did you? You didn't want me to see you in such an ugly state, did you? You have a son, don't you? Then don't you know the difference between fat and pregnant? Huh? What are you talking about? You still don't get it? I'm pregnant. Huh? What the hell are you talking about?
I'm telling you, I'm pregnant. I'm already in my 8th month, so it's only natural that I have a big belly. Can't you distinguish between a pregnant woman and someone who's simply overweight by looking at my stomach? And you made it sound like I was targeting the guy next to me. You're totally wrong. He's my husband.
Huh? No way. He's the president of the company. How could you possibly marry him?
I met him through a friend. He wasn't the president then. He said there was something he always wanted to do, and I supported this dream. And it came true much faster than I expected. I was surprised, to be honest.
You're kidding. I don't believe such a story.
I'm telling you the truth.
Then come to the after party with him. I'll believe you when you introduce him as your husband.
Were you listening to me? I'm 8 months pregnant. I wasn't even sure if I should attend the wedding. But she is my colleague and good friend, so I wanted to attend her wedding, even if I had to push a little bit. And she invited my husband because they are friends too. I've been eating a lot for the baby growing inside me. I'm tired, and I just want to go home and rest. I'm not going to the after party. Besides, I don't want to talk to you.
I knew you were lying when you said that.
You don't have to believe me if you don't want to. It's your choice. Don't contact me anymore. I have no intention of contacting you again. Bye.
Hold on a sec. If what you're saying is true, does that mean you weren't actually infertile? I divorced you because I thought you couldn't have kids. I'm so confused right now. I don't understand. Hey, I want you to explain. Answer me. Say something. Kate, seriously, I can't believe it. Megan betrayed me. She brought a guy home. I had no idea she was cheating on me. I was really shocked and wondered when she started. So I hired a private investigator. And guess what? It turns out she wasn't just seeing one person. There were 3. And to top it off, 2 of them were in the picture even before we tied the knot. And I started questioning whether the kid was actually mine. So I decided to take a DNA test. And you won't believe what happened. Turns out, he wasn't my son. The real dad was this broke dude who didn't even have a job. She ditched him and passed off the kid as mine. I really can't forgive her for that. I'm kicking her out of my place, like, right now. And the kid too, 'cause he's not my son. So, Kate, I need to talk to you. No, wait, not right now. I don't think it's a good time to tell you now at this halfway point. I'll tell you after I get everything cleaned up. So, Kate, please wait for me. Kate, sorry to keep you waiting. I was going to end it sooner, but Megan kept nagging at me, so it took a while. But we managed to get divorced, and I got my alimony. Well, as you know, she didn't have any savings. She didn't even work. It wasn't much. Still, I feel a little better now that she's broke. I can finally tell you what I tried to tell you before. Let's get remarried. I'll take care of the baby. And after the baby is born and things settle down, how about going on another honeymoon? We can use the money we got from Megan. I've never been to Hawaii, and it's been on my bucket list for ages. I want my baby too. Let's make it a honeymoon baby.
Seriously? You're getting on my nerves now. Stop reaching out to me all the time. It's really gross.
Huh?
I wasn't going to respond anymore, but you kept asking me to start over, to have a baby, and so on. I couldn't stand you anymore. You were totally out of your mind. I had no choice but to respond to stop you. I told you I have a husband.
Why don't you just get a divorce? Get a divorce and remarry me.
What are you talking about? Stop being ridiculous, will you? I'm with my husband and we are reading your creepy messages together.
You're just after money, aren't you? I may not make as much money as he does, but I have a lot of inheritance from my grandfather. I have better looks, a better personality. I beat him in everything except for money. And yet you still choose him? You're such a stupid man, aren't you? My husband is better than you in every way. And he has a good personality. He doesn't compare himself with others. At that point, you've lost. I'm happy now that I'm remarried to a caring man, and we're expecting a baby soon. Why would I leave him to remarry you? I don't understand why you think I'd choose you at all. It's like you're living in another universe. It's not difficult to see it that way. Destiny brought us back together. Huh? What part do you think qualifies as destiny? We just happened to run into each other at the wedding. Because, thanks to the wedding where we happened to meet, I got to know the fact that you weren't infertile. Shortly after that, I found out about Megan's affair and that the child wasn't mine. All of this was simply fate's way of bringing us back together. Can't you see? Are you dense? There's no way I'd agree to that. You're so stupid you don't even doubt yourself. What? What do you mean, doubt myself? You know, don't you ever wonder if you're infertile? Me? That's impossible. In the 5 years that we were married, we really tried to have a baby, but it never happened. You couldn't have kids with Megan either, could you? Isn't it possible that you're infertile? That's... no way. I never even considered that. If you're worried about it, why not go get checked out? I'm just suggesting it's a possibility. You won't know until you get checked. I thought I didn't need that kind of test as a man. It seems that many people, including you, are under the mistaken impression that infertility is only for women. It's quite possible that men are also infertile and can't conceive. I don't believe it. I know I'm going off topic, but I want to make this clear. I love my husband. I have absolutely zero intention of starting over with you. I can guarantee that. Even if I hadn't met my husband and was still single right now, I would never consider marrying you again. I'm sorry, you're mad at me because I called you fat over and over again. I was just happy to see you after all these years. I didn't mean to hurt you, so please forgive me. Yes, I was pissed off that you made fun of me, but that's not the point. You cheated on me. You betrayed me by cheating with my sister and walking out on me. I'll never trust you again, no matter what you say. Just think about what you've done. I've severed all ties with Megan and with you. I'll never contact with you both again. I was out of my mind at the time. I think Megan brainwashed me. I'm sorry now. Please believe me. Even if you say so, I love my husband. I'm pregnant with his child. There's no room for you. You're lying. I know you. You got dumped by me and started dating some guy to fill the void in your heart. Now that you're pregnant, you just feel obligated. You are holding back from confessing your true feelings. It's okay to be honest. That's really disgusting. Since you're asking me to be honest, I'll tell you what I'm thinking right now. I regret being married to you for 5 years. I'm ashamed to say you were my ex-husband. Is that what you really think? I'm blocking you. I'll never see or talk to you again. Goodbye. I blocked my ex-husband. Here's what I heard from a mutual acquaintance. Apparently, my ex-husband had a test and was faced with the reality that he was infertile. He was cheated on by his wife, then dumped by his ex-wife, and then he found out this harsh truth. It seems like he lost it mentally and made a huge mistake by not being honest with his company. He started being absent repeatedly and got fired from his job. After that, he just stayed at home eating and drinking, and has gained so much weight that he's totally unrecognizable.
He used to mock me for being overweight. I bet he never imagined he'd become overweight himself. I gave birth to a healthy baby girl. I'm committed to building a happy family with my loving husband and our family of 3.
Yo, Madison, are you still fat like a pig?
Well,
It's been a while. How have you been? It's already been 3 years since then.
who is it?
Huh? It's Michael, your ex-husband Michael.
Michael? Oh, now I remember.
Come on, we used to be a married couple, remember? Don't tell me you forgot.
I thought we'd never be in touch again, so I deleted you from my phone address.
Huh? That's cold. It's the first time I contact you in 3 years.
So, what can I do for you? I'll go now if you don't need me.
Wait a minute. I've got some big news.
What's the big news?
I'm getting married.
Well, congratulations.
Is that all? You want to know who I'm going to marry, don't you?
It's none of my business who you marry.
Oh, come on. She is the one you know well.
Who?
It's Mia. Mia Wilson. You went to the same high school, right?
You're getting married to Mia?
You must be surprised.
How did you meet her?
She came to our wedding party, right? Since then, I've always thought she was cute. Unlike you who are fat, she has a great style. She's as cute as an idol. She's great.
Don't tell me. You had a relationship with Mia while we were married?
If so, what the hell?
You're awful. You were cheating on me for a long time.
I'm a popular guy. I can't help it. I mean, if my wife's friend is much cuter than she is, how could I help but go for her?
We're not friends.
Oh, maybe you're jealous? You're frustrated that she took me away from you?
No, I'm not. You're as self-conscious as ever.
Well, I'm a good-looking guy, and a beautiful woman like Mia is a good match for me. Hey, have you seen Mia's Instagram?
No, I don't do social networking.
Take a look next time. She has so many followers. It's amazing. Like a celebrity. I knew a beautiful woman is different.
Oh, really? Well, I'm busy, so I'll leave you now. I wish you and Mia all the best.
Wait a minute. I'm not done talking.
What?
Come to our wedding, Madison.
Huh? Why would I go to my ex-husband's wedding?
You're not busy anyway, right?
There's no way I'm going. With the groom's ex-wife at the wedding, the guests will feel uncomfortable.
That's not true. On the contrary, I think it would be a great spectacle. I'll invite you to the wedding, fat and ugly as you are now. Let everyone see how ugly you are.
Huh?
Oh, that's right. You should take advantage of your body shape and do something funny during the party. It'll be so much fun.
What's wrong with you? You know that my weight gain was a side effect of my medication.
Is that so?
Your mother kept haranguing me about not having kids. I was on the verge of a mental breakdown. I gained all this weight because I was on antidepressants, not because I wanted to.
I don't remember that ever happening. It was so long ago I don't even remember.
Well, you just didn't care that your mother was bullying me. You weren't even cooperative with my fertility treatments.
That stuff is just bullshit. I had to take all the tests, and it was such a hassle that I gave up after the first one.
Anyway, I'm not going.
What a cold woman, not going to your friend's wedding.
I told you, Mia's not my friend.
Don't say that, come on. You'll get an invitation from Mia one of these days anyway.
Huh? She wouldn't invite the groom's ex-wife.
On the contrary, Mia said she wanted you to come because you're my ex-wife. She wants the guests to see you, frustrated at your ex-husband's wedding.
So, you two are having fun mocking me. You're really disgusting.
We're giving you, the lonely woman, a piece of happiness, so be grateful.
I don't want that.
You're so stubborn even though I kindly invite you. I'm so glad I divorced you.
You dumped me as if I were disposable, like a rag.
You're no better than a rag. I married you because you made good money, but you quit your job when you got sick and you had no income. Moreover, you grew fat, ugly, worthless.
You're such a piece of shit. You make me want to vomit.
But now I get to marry a pretty girl who's the complete opposite of you. Wow, I'm so lucky, aren't I? I'm lucky to be born a handsome guy.
Both of you are despicable on the inside.
Say whatever you want. I can't wait to see your piggy performance.
I told you I won't attend. Madison! Long time no see. Now it's you. I heard from Michael. You're refusing to come to our wedding. Of course I'm not going. You should come. I'm so beautiful. You should see me as the most beautiful princess in the world. I'll pass. I won't forgive you if you don't come. What? I attended your wedding. You only came to the after party. Besides, I didn't invite you, and yet you just insisted on joining and barged your way into the party, didn't you? Because we're friends. I don't see you as my friend. Have you forgotten what you did in high school? You harassed me for no reason at all. I had a good reason. It's all your fault. Huh? You stole the boy I was after. I didn't steal him. I professed my love to him, but he turned me down because he's into you. It was so humiliating for me to lose to you. But I didn't go out with him. It's not right that you hold a grudge against me. You, of all people, took the boy I loved. There's no way I can forgive you. Is that why you came to my wedding party? That's right. I swapped contact information with Michael without you knowing. He was crazy about me, even though he was a newlywed. I guess men have a weakness for beautiful women. You're so vicious, aren't you? I can't believe you came to the wedding to steal the groom. How does it feel to have your handsome, rich husband stolen from you? It must be frustrating. What? Rich? No, I don't. No need to pretend to be okay. Well, now you know, there's no way you can beat me, right? Besides, you're ugly to begin with, and you've gained weight like a pig. No wonder Michael dumped you. Oh well, I'm not involved anymore, so I wish you all the best. I'm busy at work right now. Wait a minute! Come to the wedding. I won't be satisfied until I see you jealous. I said I'm not going. Then I'll spread your picture all over the internet. Huh? Michael gave me a picture of you, fat and bloated. I laughed so hard. You're so depressed, and you look like an ugly pig crying. Hey, are you going to post it on social media? I have a lot of followers on my Instagram, so I'm sure it will spread very quickly. Oh, and I'm going to send it to your workplace too. I bet your boss would be very upset to see such a sick photo. Rumors are scary, aren't they? They get escalated and spread on their own. You are terrible. I just got back to work, so don't get in my way. Then come to the wedding. You are dirty. If you don't want to, that's fine. In exchange, your embarrassing pictures will be spread all over the world. Fine. I'll go to the wedding. Are you satisfied now? Yay! You finally made up your mind. Well then, I'll prepare a seat for you. Oh, wait. I'll take one person with me. So can you prepare seats for two? Oh, you don't feel comfortable by yourself, do you? I understand. You'll be the laughing stock of the guests. That's fine. I don't care who you bring. But you'd better bring twice as much money with you. You're so greedy. I'll bring it without being told. I feel fantastic. I can't wait. Seeing you cry in frustration will be good for my prenatal care. You're pregnant? Yes, I am. Whose baby is it? Whose? It's Michael's, of course. No way. I can't believe it. You're in shock, huh? You haven't had kids no matter how long you've waited. My mother-in-law is over the moon. I'm sure she is. Anyway, I'll send the invitation to your parents' house. I won't forgive you for canceling at the last minute. Okay. You should definitely attend. Make it fun by showing your ugly face.
Hey, Madison. I heard you're attending our wedding today. I can't wait to see your performance.
Really?
Oh, by the way, I haven't seen you yet. You haven't arrived at the venue yet?
We're already here.
Are you? It's hard to find you while we have so many guests. Well, you brought your +1, didn't you?
Yeah,
I got you 2 seats.
I'm glad. I'm here with my sweet husband.
Huh? Your +1 is your husband?
Yes, I'm remarried.
You didn't tell me that.
Do I have to tell you?
Well, whatever. But still, I can't believe anyone would marry a pig like you. He's probably a dull bastard just like you anyway. So, where are you? I don't think I found you.
I'm at the courtyard stairs. The one in the gray suit is my husband.
Huh? That tall, handsome guy?
Thank you for complimenting my husband.
No kidding. There's no way that handsome guy is your husband. And there's a beautiful woman next to him. Who's that? The one in the navy dress?
That's me.
Huh?
Thank you for inviting us today. It's a beautiful venue with a big pond in the courtyard.
Oh my God. You're really here. Why aren't you fat like a pig? You have more style than the bride, Mia.
I've just gotten back into shape now that I'm cured of my illness.
You weren't that beautiful before you got fat.
My husband is such a sweetheart and said he didn't care if I was overweight. But I'm just trying to make myself look more beautiful.
Damn. My plan is ruined. I was going to have my ugly ex-wife do the entertainment and make the wedding more exciting.
Too bad. By the way, I have one question for you if you don't mind.
What is it?
I heard Mia is pregnant. Who's the father of the baby?
Huh? It's gotta be me. What are you talking about?
That's not true. You're sterile.
What?
We found that out during fertility tests. You are incapable of having children.
Wait a minute. Why didn't you tell me that earlier?
I told you, but you didn't believe me. You said it was just a load of hogwash. When I told your mother, she got angry and said, "Don't insult my son." She wouldn't listen to me at all.
What the hell is that? I thought you were the reason we couldn't have kids.
Quite the contrary. They couldn't find anything wrong with me, and I'm pregnant now to prove it.
Seriously? So, does that mean Mia was cheating on me?
Well, I guess so.
Damn, she cheated on me. The wedding is canceled.
Oh, are you sure? So many guests have already arrived. I'm sure they've already prepared the food for the reception.
the bride is pregnant with another man's child. There's no way we can continue the ceremony like this.
Okay, then I'll make sure you pay the cancellation fee.
Huh? Why are you telling me that?
My husband owns this wedding hall and the hotel where you're having the reception.
What?
I was so surprised when I got the invitation. I never imagined my ex-husband would hold the ceremony at a venue owned by my current husband.
Seriously? Your husband is the president, and it's a very well-known company that airs commercials on TV.
It's a good thing I divorced you. I met a wonderful husband who was too good for me.
Wait a minute, Madison.
Also, I'm going to charge you alimony.
Why?
Because you cheated on me when you were married to me.
What? It was a long time ago, so the statute of limitations has passed.
Time has nothing to do with it. I was too sick to do anything then, but not now. Besides, did you know? You can get alimony for cheating for 3 years from the day you found out about it.
Oh no.
Well then, we're leaving now, but you'll have to pay the cancellation fee and the alimony.
No, that's impossible. Hey, Madison, I'll apologize for the past. So, why don't we meet face to face and talk about it? Because I'm a victim too. I was deceived by Mia. Hey, don't ignore me. Madison.
Hey, it's all your fault, Madison. The wedding was canceled at the last minute. Michael wants to break up with me. Today was supposed to be the best day of my life. Thanks to you, it turned out to be the worst day. I don't care if you say so, Mia. I just told Michael the truth. If you hadn't told him, I could have fooled him. But you interfered with my celebrity life, you ugly bitch. I've been wondering for a while. Why do you think marrying Michael means being a celebrity? Michael works for a prestigious company. Well, maybe it's a prestigious company where he works, but he works part-time. Huh? No way! What? You didn't know that? It seems like they have a system for promoting employees to full-time positions. So, if he works hard, he could become a full-time employee. But whether it's due to his lack of motivation or ability, after 8 years since he joined the company, he's still a part-timer. I didn't know that! I guess he didn't tell you because he didn't want you to leave him. I mean, when Michael proposed to me, he said he'd let me live in a high-rise. With Michael's salary, living in a high-rise will be impossible for the rest of your life. I can't believe it! I've been deceived! Well, you deceived him as well, didn't you? You lied about the baby being his. You're just like each other. You make a perfect couple. But I'm getting a divorce. My life is ruined because you told him. Why did you come to my wedding? You're a plague. You invited us, didn't you? Lies don't last forever. The truth reveals itself sooner or later. I'm so disappointed. I can't believe I lost to you again. Huh? Michael told me you remarried a president, and he's handsome and tall. How did an ugly bitch like you meet such a fine man? I met him at the mental health clinic I went to after my divorce. No way! The president of a big company doesn't go to a mental clinic. He was having a hard time at work for a while and had become mentally ill. We hit it off while chatting in the waiting room and started seeing each other after we were both cured. What's that? Oh yeah, I'm going to charge you for the affair. What? There's no way I have that kind of money. If you don't have it, I'll make you pay it even if you have to borrow money. I'll be in touch with you through my lawyer. Wait, you're happy now, aren't you? You're married to a handsome president and you're financially secure, right? You don't have to squeeze alimony out of me. It's true that I'm very happy right now, but that doesn't mean I can forgive you and Michael for what you did. Please forgive me. I really don't have any money. Oh, really? From what I've heard on social media, you have several brand name bags, and you were wearing expensive accessories. No, I went into debt to buy those things. I wanted everyone to envy me. I just pretended to have money. I'm so disgusted. Both of you are so vain. Besides, I'm about to have a baby. Withdraw the alimony. We're friends. You can't act like we're friends now. See you later. Later, Michael and Mia divorced. They had a big dispute over who would pay the cancellation fee for the ceremony. In the end, they decided to split it 50-50. They had to ask their parents to pay for it. Naturally, the invited relatives and friends were so disgusted that they began to distance themselves. Michael and Mia had invited their co-workers, so the rumors spread through the companies. Both of them resigned because they could no longer stand the curious eyes. Even in the midst of all this, they had to pay me a lot of alimony, and they also had to repay their debts to their parents. Michael is now working day jobs without a break, and Mia is desperately earning money at a nightclub. When the baby was born, Mia's parents took the baby in, and they are taking care of it with love. As for me, I gave birth to my first child the other day, and my husband and I are working together to raise the child. My previous marriage was a disaster, but I am now the happiest I have ever been. I would like to continue to work together as a couple to overcome many things in the future. Hey, honey. I'm about to board the plane now. How are you doing with Gina?
She's doing fine. Don't worry. Daddy's got her. Well, since you're usually the one taking care of her, she probably prefers you over me, though. She's already 7, so it's not like she's a baby needing to be fed milk.
I know, but I can't help worrying. You're not usually the one looking after Gina. I'm sorry I have to go on this business trip during her summer break. It's bad timing. If anything happens, please let me know right away, okay?
Oh, come on. It's only for 3 days, isn't it? Everything will be fine. We will miss you, honey. Just be careful.
I will miss you too. Please make sure she doesn't eat too much junk food or snacks, okay? I've already made some food. It's all in the fridge.
Got it.
All right then. Good luck for 3 days, honey. Your mother says she will take care of Gina while you're at work. I'm grateful that we live close to her house. Just message her before you leave for work.
All right, all right. Good luck with work. Gina says have a good trip to you. She also said she will miss you.
Aw, I miss her already.
All right then, take care.
Okay, I will message you when I land.
Kyla, please answer the phone. It's an emergency. My son and Gina? Can you come back as soon as possible, please?
What? I'm sorry, I was driving, so I didn't notice your call. An emergency? What's going on?
Your house is on fire.
What? Fire?
The fire started on the upper floor of the apartment. It spread so fast. They're trying to extinguish it now, but the fire has already spread to the lowest floor.
What about Sean and Gina? Please tell me they are safe. Gina is safe. She managed to escape before the fire spread. Your neighbor rescued her. She's not injured and she's safe. Oh, thank goodness. But how about Sean? I haven't confirmed if Sean is safe. What? I can't see him anywhere. I've tried calling several times, but there's no answer. I asked Gina where her dad was, but she said she doesn't know. Maybe he just hasn't come back from work yet? Or maybe his phone just has a dead battery. I don't think so. I was taking care of Gina during the day today. Sean came home from work on time. We even had dinner together. I went home after that. What? Maybe he went to a convenience store or something. Leaving Gina alone at this hour? I don't think so. Maybe he's still inside the apartment. No way. I'll come back right away. Oh, thank goodness. Gina is still scared about what happened. But you're on a business trip now, right? Yes, but I simply can't carry on with my work knowing what's happened. I'll explain it to my boss right away. I'll head to the airport immediately to try catching a night flight back. Meanwhile, I'll also try reaching out to Sean. I'm sorry, but could you please take care of Gina until I return? Of course. I'll take care of Gina at my place. Please make sure to stay calm and come back safely. I'm sure my son is fine somewhere. Thank you, Nancy. I'll be back as soon as I can. I will see you soon. See you. Hey, where are you? Please respond. Please tell me you just went out. You shouldn't have left Gina alone, but I'll forgive you just this once. Just please tell me you're safe. Jean, please? Just give me a sign that you're alive.
Hey, honey. I'm sorry for not responding. I was completely exhausted taking care of Gina last night and ended up falling asleep. I was surprised when I looked at my phone just now and saw lots of missed calls. Are you missing me that much? What are you overthinking? Of course, I'm alive.
What? Sean? Is it really Sean?
Yeah, what's going on?
I just can't believe it. Are you sure you're okay? Please tell me you're all right.
Yeah, I'm all right. Why are you worrying so much? I told you not to worry that much. Daddy's got it. I can take care of my own daughter by myself.
Hold on. What do you mean you fell asleep while taking care of Gina? Didn't you go out last night?
What are you talking about? I wouldn't leave our daughter and go out. Duh. I've been home the whole time.
Really? What's going on? Is it really Sean? Where are you right now? I've been worrying about you all this time.
Where? I was sleeping at home just now.
What? You're home?
Yeah, I am. I'm about to have breakfast with Gina now, and then maybe we'll go for a walk together. I wonder if she'll hold hands with Daddy for a walk.
What? Really? You're at home? Right now? With Gina?
Yeah.
Then what's Gina doing now?
She's looking forward to Mommy coming back. This morning, she woke up and was about to cry, asking where Mommy was. I thought she had grown up. Turns out she's still quite the crybaby.
That's impossible. You're lying.
What? What do you mean a lie?
Don't tell me you're at home with Gina. Why would you tell such a lie? Where are you really, Sean?
I don't understand what you mean. Hey, calm down. What are you so suspicious about? I said I'm at home.
But the house burned down in a fire.
What? No way. You're kidding, right?
I knew you didn't know. Last night, the fire started on the upper floors. Not just our place, but the whole apartment building burned down.
What? Fire? Then what about Gina?
Isn't she with you?
All right, you got me. She's not with me. Why didn't you tell me sooner?
Gina's safe. Our neighbor rescued her. Right now, both Gina and I are at Nancy's house. The fire happened in the middle of the night, but many families were away on summer vacations, so there was no reported injury. Everyone was safe.
I see. That's a relief. Wait. Huh? You're back? You were supposed to come back tomorrow night, right?
I received a call from Nancy about the fire, so I came back on a late-night flight. The house burned down, and on top of that, I thought my husband was missing. I couldn't reach you, and I was worried that something might have happened, but it turns out my worrying was in vain.
What do you mean? Aren't you worried about your husband?
That depends on your answer. So, where are you? It's obvious you're not at home, isn't it?
Well, that's...
Where did you go, leaving Gina alone? It seems you didn't tell your mother about going out either. You snuck out, and we haven't been able to reach you until now. You lied and tried to hide that you went out, didn't you? What were you doing?
You see, I got invited by my old friend Jim. He invited me out for a drink after a long time. Jim's been really busy with work lately and hasn't been able to drink at all. So I thought it'd be nice to catch up and went along with it. I planned to be back before midnight. Gina's already 7, so I figured she could stay home alone. I thought it would be okay. But, well, I ended up drinking more than I thought and fell asleep. I didn't realize your messages until now, so I ended up lying. I never imagined there would be a fire.
Hey, listen. If you're going to lie, at least come up with a better one.
It's not a lie.
That old friend, Jim, he checked on us about the fire earlier.
What?
He works in the building next to your company, right? It seems like he still goes out for drinks frequently. So what do you mean by after a long time? You keep piling on the lies. They'll all come out. Where are you really? I contacted your friends to check on you. None of them knew where you were.
Well, you see...
It's about time you told me the truth, Sean. Leaving your daughter alone while your wife's away on a business trip? Not even noticing calls from me and your mother? And coming home in the morning? It's just so obvious. Do you want me to guess?
Shut up. I know you are cheating too. You have no right to blame me. Just because your affair trip got interrupted by a fire and you're annoyed, don't try to put all the blame on me.
Excuse me? I was on an affair trip? What do you mean I'm cheating too? So you're cheating on me? You left Gina alone to cheat? What kind of father are you? I can't believe it. You disgust me.
That's my line. You're the one who lied and went on an affair trip.
What's that supposed to mean? What made you say that? Do you have any proof or something?
I don't have any proof, but I'm sure it's true. It's impossible for a woman to go on business trips all the time. Important negotiations can't be left to a woman like you. There's no way such a stupid company exists.
What did you say? Is that what you really think about my job? A woman like me? What's that supposed to mean?
Women should prioritize family once they're married. You're wasting your time working. That's why you're so cheeky. And look at you. You've ended up being unfaithful to me. I don't want my daughter to grow up to be like you.
First of all, I'm not cheating on you. This business trip wasn't about having an affair. Check with my company and you'll find out.
How can I confirm that you weren't having an affair with your coworker? You're definitely cheating.
Stop it. I'm not cheating on you. Don't tell me you were planning to leave Gina for days, were you? Not just last night, right?
It was supposed to be a fun 3-day, 2-night trip with her. You ruined it.
Nancy didn't hear anything from you about taking care of Gina this weekend. You were planning to leave Gina alone?
Gina's already 7. She can take care of herself. There's several days' worth of food in the fridge. I told her to eat that while I was away.
Oh my God. Are you serious? What if something happened to Gina? She's not already 7. She's only 7. It's not safe to leave her alone in the house. In fact, there was a fire. Leaving your kid, lying to me, and going on an affair trip? Are you insane?
Shut up! Damn it! Why would there be a fire? If there was no fire, I wouldn't have been caught.
What the hell? You disgust me to the core. That's it. We're getting a divorce. Of course, I'll get custody of Gina. After leaving a 7-year-old alone to go on a trip with your affair? The court would never give you custody. I'll also demand alimony and child support, so be prepared.
Fine. Let's just get divorced. I'll even let you have custody. Having a daughter would complicate my new love life, but I won't give you any money. There's no proof I cheated. Actually, you should be paying me alimony.
What are you talking about? I never cheated on you. You're the one who cheated on me. You're the one paying alimony.
Do you have evidence that I was cheating?
Of course I do.
What? No way. Do you mean my confession earlier? That's not evidence at all. I was threatened by you, and I had no choice but to say that. You were the one actually on an affair trip, yet you're making me out to be the villain. I'm the victim here.
You're really stupid. I told you earlier that Jim checked on us, right? He told me everything.
What?
You talked about everything when you were drunk. You were bragging to him about your affair trip plan and the photos of your affair. Everything. I told him what happened and how we were worrying about you. He told me that you were on a trip with your affair. He gave me all the proof.
Damn it. I thought I could trust him. So you knew everything from the beginning? And you tried to interrogate me like this? Jesus Christ.
I was hoping Jim was lying. I wanted to hear the truth from your own mouth. That's why I acted like I didn't know anything. Well, now I can confirm that everything Jim told me was true.
Oh no.
I will make sure you pay for what you did to me.
Do whatever you want. I'm telling you, I'll investigate your affair too. I'll find proof of your affair soon anyway. It'll be too late to regret it then.
Sure, do it. You'll be the one regretting it. I won't forgive you ever. I hired a lawyer and used the photos of the affair I got from Jim as evidence. I demanded alimony and child support from Sean, and the divorce was finalized. Naturally, I got custody of Gina. Sean continued to accuse me of cheating, but since there was no evidence, he just wasted money and time to investigate on me. Jim seemed to be resented by Sean, but he was soon promoted and transferred, severing ties with Sean. My parents-in-law also cut ties with Sean and moved away. As a single mother, I'm raising Gina while working, and Nancy continues to support me as always. Sean always looked down on me, but actually, I earn more than him. I have no financial worries when it comes to raising my child. On the other hand, Sean seems to struggle every month due to paying his debts.
Hey, why is your house all the way out in the suburbs like that? It takes a 40-minute drive from Jason's parents' place. Why would you live in such an inconvenient location?
Could it be harassment towards me? Uh-huh. I'm completely lost. How does my address translate to harassment against you, Hannah?
You intentionally picked a place that's difficult for me to reach, didn't you? Living alone in a large house with a spacious backyard, I figured you might feel lonely. That's why I wanted to come over and keep you company. But now, it's not so simple for me to visit.
I still feel like you come over pretty casually, though. You're here at least 3 times a month, aren't you?
All right, whatever. I'll come over again this weekend.
And tomorrow's weekend.
Yes, indeed. I've made up my mind. I'll come over around noon.
No, I'm busy tomorrow.
You're going to be at home, right?
I'm still going to be busy.
What do you mean, busy?
It's the 5th anniversary of Black Cat World, and the event starts tomorrow.
Isn't that the computer game you're hyped about? Is that the only thing you're looking forward to? You're such a nerd.
It's not like that.
Fine, whatever. You go ahead and play your game. I'll just relax in the garden. But don't forget to have some freshly baked cookies and tea ready.
Cookies and tea? I am busy. I don't have time to prepare all of that.
I'm the wife of the eldest son, you know. You, the freeloader, don't have any say.
I've moved out of my parents' house, so that's irrelevant. I'm not leeching off anyone.
I don't know what a hermit like you is blabbering about. There are plenty of people like you around. You take your privileged environment for granted. Do you even realize how fortunate you are to live comfortably in a suburban mansion? Have you ever stopped to think about it, even for a moment? You have no right to arrogantly reject me, your sister-in-law.
I don't get what you're saying.
Anyway, I'm coming over tomorrow.
Okay, I understand. I'll make time. My brother is coming with you, right?
I'm going by myself. Jason is working this weekend.
What are you planning to do here alone? If you fancy having some tea in the garden, why not do it at the park instead? I remember there's a large park close to my parents' house. It's got a pond too, really peaceful and pleasant.
You're constantly nagging. Jason is set to inherit the family's property. Eventually, it will all belong to me.
I'm not particularly concerned about the property. I've already discussed it with my brother.
Exactly. So I'm free to come and go to that mansion anytime I want to. I have free access to that mansion too.
What kind of logic is that?
No need for explanations. I'm coming over tomorrow. Make sure to have cookies and tea ready.
Okay.
Elaine, do you honestly believe you can pull this off? What have you done with Jason's property?
You were specifically asked not to enter my private space without permission, except for the living room and the bathroom. But you still went into my room without asking. Do you have some kind of medical condition where you can't help but say rude things? And this isn't my brother's property, it's my house. I don't think you have any right to complain about what I do.
I was just being honest. It's such a waste to see that beautiful house being ruined.
Ruined? What do you mean?
Don't you see? Your room's all computers and nerdy game stuff. It's such a shame for that house with a beautiful garden. Imagine sipping tea in the garden, but your room's full of nerdy stuff. Kinda kills the vibe, right? Get it together.
I'm not causing any trouble, and everything in there is stuff I need. It's even got the living room set up for guests, so it's pretty annoying to get complaints after someone barges into my private space. If you're not cool with it, could you just leave? And maybe don't come back.
What's your problem? How rude. Don't you feel bad for your parents?
My parents have nothing to do with this.
Who do you think is the reason you get to live in this house?
What have you been saying since yesterday?
I don't like you.
Wow, okay.
I'm stuck living with my in-laws, feeling cramped, while you're chilling in a big house, living the good life.
That's got nothing to do with me, right? You asked for your own space, so I moved out. Remember?
Why do I have to take your old room? It's all because you had to stick your nose where it didn't belong and got us into this whole living together mess.
Are you serious? I'm the one who got kicked out of my parents' house. My brother practically begged me, so I moved out. This living arrangement was decided by you and my brother, right?
I had to move in with him. There was no other choice. It's such a waste of money to pay rent.
So what's the problem then?
It's not fair at all. Why is it that you get the big house in the suburbs while we're stuck at your parents' house?
What do you mean, why? I moved out because I couldn't live in my parents' house anymore.
I never even knew there was a bigger house apart from your parents' house. If I had, I would have picked this house right off the bat. And hey, there's 2 of us here. You're just a single nerd with no marriage or romance in sight. We're planning to start a family and all that. So, it makes total sense for us to get this big house with a garden.
I'm so lost.
You're so stupid.
I must say, you, my sister-in-law, has quite the repertoire of insults.
Shut it! Just leave already, and we'll take over.
Is that what my brother would want?
I haven't talked to him yet, but I know he'll agree.
Oh, I get it now. It seems like you're going off on your own.
What? Feeling pretty confident, huh? Jason does seem to have a soft spot for you. He's just too nice. Even if you're a bit of a nerdy shut-in, being his little sister probably makes you endearing to him. But hey, I'm his wife, remember? Jason listens to me at the end of the day.
But there's no way my brother would ever tell me to leave.
We're actually thinking about getting a dog when we have a baby. Having a pet is said to be good for a child's development, you know.
I see. So what?
You're so oblivious. There's no room for a child or a garden in your parents' house. But in your house, there's plenty of space for both, right? The environment is important for raising children, you know.
Well, if you're planning on having children, why not just buy a home with a garden? This house is far from my parents' place, and I'm sure you're not happy about it, right? I don't understand why you're trying to take over my place.
Why do I need to buy if I already have one?
Do you own one? This house doesn't belong to my brother or you.
I know it's not under his name right now, but eventually, Jason will inherit it. Honestly, this conversation is going nowhere.
You're the one who's impossible to talk to.
If you're not willing to leave on your own, that's fine with me. I'll make sure you leave. You have 3 days to clean out your stuff and vacate the house. If you don't do what I say, you'll be sorry. I've got a secret plan up my sleeve.
So, it was you, right? I step out for a day and come back to find my room empty. What's going on?
Oh, you're finally back. Well, like I said, I had a little trick up my sleeve. Since you didn't vacate within 3 days, I went ahead and threw out all your stuff. Now, you can't just hide away in this house, so it's time to leave.
Thanks. I guess this is the end of your life.
Huh? Who do you think you are, acting all tough? Getting kicked out of the house means the end of your life, not mine. From now on, Jason and I are moving in together. So you, the shut-in parasite, better not come back.
Are you still saying that? Haven't you talked to my brother yet?
That man is way too soft on you. He keeps insisting the house belongs to you. But once he learns we're all set to move in right away after getting rid of your stuff, he'll stop favoring his little sister and start siding with me instead.
Well, I'll talk to my brother.
Oh, you've finally become very understanding.
Well, talking to you is pointless.
What on earth are you up to? Jason is talking about divorce. Your parents are furious with me.
Oh, Jason was really pissed off.
Why are you laughing? What did you tell him? You must have said something bad about me to turn your family against me. Take it all back now.
I just told them the truth. You're totally misunderstanding and overreacting. It's kind of funny.
What do you mean by misunderstanding? We were just trying to move into a house that will eventually be ours.
First off, that's where you're mistaken.
What's the misunderstanding? The house belongs to your father, right? You've renounced your inheritance, haven't you? Then it'll eventually belong to Jason.
This house is mine.
So for now, you're just borrowing it from your father, right? I don't understand why he'd even let you live in that house. You're just a bum.
This house is under my name.
Huh? He even changed the name?
You're so devious. I bought it.
Huh? There's no way someone like you could afford a house.
Well, originally I bought it as an office for my company. It was more like, instead of having it taken away in taxes, might as well buy an office kind of thinking.
Huh? What company? You're always cooped up at home playing games. Just an incompetent bum.
It's true that I'm always at home playing games, but I'm not a bum. That house serves as both my home and office. I run a game development company there.
You were doing that?
I mentioned it the other day, remember? It's the 5th anniversary of Black Cat World.
Huh? That's the game company? Not the game you're playing?
Well, I do enjoy playing games, but currently I'm more focused on the development side. I get your concerns about us being in the suburbs. Sometimes we have voice recording sessions and make noise with my team for our game. So living in a suburban house just works better for us than being in a crowded area.
So, you really own that house?
My brother says so, right?
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Sorry? You think that's enough?
What do you mean? Can you talk about it with Jason?
Your marital issues are none of my business.
Are you okay with your brother going through a divorce?
I feel like you should consider divorce for my brother's sake. He's really upset and seems fully committed to divorcing. I'm okay with how things have turned out, moving out and all. But it's still a bit rough being pushed out because of him. And then there's you, misinterpreting everything, trying to take over my house. My brother must feel pretty responsible and annoyed about that.
I really consider you as my sister. We're family, right?
I don't see you as family.
I'm sorry for everything I've done. I'm really sorry. Forgive me.
Do you think that makes it okay?
Are you mad about throwing away your stuff? I'll replace them all if that's the case. Is that okay with you?
You can't even afford your own place to live, so how do you plan on replacing my things?
It's just a gaming merch or something, right? I can find them on eBay. Don't be stingy over small things. You're rich, right?
You can replace my belongings, sure. But I told you, it's also my office.
What do you mean?
There are expensive pieces of equipment that we use for work, and some of them were leased. Just the computer alone cost over $10,000, you know.
Computers can't be that expensive. At most, it should be around $5,000 at most.
And that's for personal PCs, right? My main work PC alone costs $25,000. If we exclude household items and focus solely on equipment, it would easily surpass $50,000.
What? You're not going to make me pay for that, right? You know, I don't have that kind of money, don't you?
Sure, we'll be sending the bill through the company. Our lawyer's taking care of that. As for personal belongings, I'll handle that part myself.
There's no way I can afford to pay that.
That's not all.
What is it now?
Thanks to you, we had to stop our operations for a few days. We'll be claiming damages for that too.
What's with just a few days? Talking about damages is over the top. Trying to squeeze every penny out of your sister-in-law? How greedy can you get?
A penny? Don't make me laugh. You have no idea how much my company makes each month, do you? We make about $70,000 monthly. The delay in a big event's implementation cost damages of around $30,000.
You know I can't afford that much. And if you're going to charge me, you're basically billing your brother too.
You're being presented with divorce now, aren't you?
I will never divorce your brother.
And tell my brother that.
What's that supposed to mean? You need to convince Jason too. I'm just a housewife. I don't have money if we divorce. I'll just file for bankruptcy. Then I won't have to pay.
If you intentionally cause harm to someone, that compensation won't be waived through bankruptcy.
I don't understand what you're trying to say.
Even if you declare bankruptcy, you still have to pay the compensation claim against you.
I've told you countless times I simply can't afford it.
Well, if that's the case, there's nothing I can do. But just so you know, there's a seizure waiting for you.
We're family, aren't we? You don't have to push me this far. You have no sense of compassion. That's why you'll always be single and unpopular.
You really tried to kick me out of my own home and still have the nerve to call me family?
Oh, that was a misunderstanding. I'm sorry. I apologize and forgive me.
Also, I'm getting married soon.
Huh? What? You're a hermit who never leaves the house. Where did you meet him?
He works as a programmer at my company, but that's beside the point. Honestly, it's not your concern. After all, you're headed to jail soon anyway.
What? Jail? What are you talking about?
Hannah, you broke the window and got into my house, right? That's trespassing.
But we're family. How is that trespassing?
It's a crime. We filed a damage report.
I didn't know that.
This is such a hassle. Well, why don't you explain it to the police then? But there's no way they'll buy that. Breaking in by smashing a window is just like what burglars do. How did you not see this coming?
So, am I going to be arrested? I don't want to go to jail.
Please reflect on your actions thoroughly.
I just wanted to live in a nice house. But being treated like this is too much.
I'm the one who wants to complain. Work is getting affected, and our supporters are starting to doubt us because of the event delay. I can't afford any more damage, so I'm going to block you.
Why?
As a business owner, it's not wise to be associated with criminals. So goodbye. Take some time to reflect on your actions in your cage.
Please, don't say that. You're not the kind of cold-hearted person who would send their sister-in-law to jail, are you? Hey, please help me.
After being arrested for theft and trespassing, Hannah narrowly avoided jail time. As a result of the trial, she was ordered to pay a total of $500,000 in damages. Despite her pleas for support, she found herself alone with no one willing to help, not even her own parents and relatives. My company's game was quite well known, so Hannah's name became a big topic. She couldn't find regular work anymore and is now doing undisclosed jobs to make a living. While my company's performance was shaky for a while, with the support of my programmer boyfriend and our talented team, we bounced back. I recently got married, and now my husband and I are dedicated to creating captivating games together.
Nicole, you need to wake up at 4 a.m. tomorrow, understood? Huh? Why? Because you have to. I'm going to write down what you need to do for tomorrow. Just do as I say. What is this all about? Why do I have to wake up so early suddenly tomorrow? Can't you read? I said just do as I say. For breakfast, to maintain beautiful skin, I want a vegan smoothie and a fruit platter. 10 minutes before I wake up, please make sure that coffee is ready to make. Oh, and make sure it's freshly ground. But we only have instant coffee. That's not my problem. Why don't you go to the coffee shop now? Don't you have a brain? Oh, also, don't forget to clean the house, the stairs, the floors, everything. Make sure to clean the entrance area properly, okay? And then, iron my clothes. Oh, also, please do my hair. Got it? I have to do all that? Is someone coming over tomorrow? Why do I have to say it? Did you forget your position? We're letting you stay here. So naturally, you have to do what I said. But... oh well, I will tell you only this time. My fiancé is coming over to meet my family. It's a really important day for me. Please don't try to ruin it, okay? Wow, really? Congratulations. I'm so happy that my sister's getting married. It's Patrick, right? The guy you said you've been dating for a while? Yeah, but it's none of your business. I wasn't really going to tell you about it. Why not? Because I don't consider you family, that's why. Don't you ever think about stealing my fiancé? I would never do that. Oh, really? I don't think so. Well, there's no way you can steal him from me, though. I mean, look at your face. Even if we're not blood related, we're still sisters. How can you say such a terrible thing to me? What did I do to deserve this treatment? I just want us to get along as sisters. I've never once wanted to get along with you. Never. Dad remarried and all of a sudden, I was told to get along with you because you're my new sister? Do you think it's that easy for me to accept a new family? Of course, I understand how you feel. I was in the same situation as you. Even so, I thought we should get along since we're family now. Oh, please. We are not the same. Your biological father is a high school dropout, an alcoholic and unemployed for a long time. That's why they got divorced, right? Don't tell me we are in the same situation. But there's no way I can get along with you. Just know your position and act accordingly. Also, please don't mention to my fiancé that you're my sister. What? You're not gonna introduce me as your sister? Of course not. You're not my sister. I could only see you as a maid. You hate me that much? Then why don't you let me leave this house? I've been saying that I will leave, but you never allow me to do so. What? Who will take care of the house when you're gone? Without a servant, we will have to do the housework. Why can't you think about that simple thing? I guess that proves you got your high school dropout father's brain. That's too far. It's your fault. Instead of shutting your mouth and doing things as I say, you keep complaining about everything. Okay, whatever. I'll just do what you ask me to do. Good. I will say this one more time. Don't you ever mention that you are my sister. When my fiancé arrives, just act as our maid. After serving the tea and snacks, please go back to your room immediately. I can't even greet him. Oh my God. How stupid can you be? Of course not. I've said multiple times that you're not my sister. I have no intention of introducing you to my fiancé. Do not greet him. Just act as a maid. Got it? Okay. Hey, honey. Are you on the way now?
Yeah, I'm on the train right now. I think I will arrive there at 2.
That's good. Take care, honey.
I'm getting nervous. Until just now, I was feeling excited. But I started to feel nervous the moment I got on the train. I wonder what your parents think about me. Maybe they will think I'm unreliable since I'm younger than you.
Don't worry about it. I know you're nervous, but it will be fine. You were such a perfect man. I know my parents will like you.
Do you think so? I will do my best to make them like me.
I'm sure they will like you.
I hope so.
Oh, there's something I need to tell you.
About what?
Actually, we have a maid at home.
Really?
Yeah. For certain reasons, we're letting her stay at our place. And we've left all the household chores for her. I just wanted to tell you that in advance. You don't have to greet her or anything.
So, she's a live-in maid? What do you mean I don't have to greet her?
That's because she's not part of our family. There's no point in greeting her.
But still, if she's helping with the household chores, at least let me greet her properly.
You were such a kind man, but she's a shy person, you know. You really don't have to greet her.
I see. Then I guess I won't.
That's good. Well then, see you soon. Hi, honey. Thank you for coming today. It seems like both Mom and Dad liked you. They said they were so happy that I found a guy like you. See? I told you they will like you.
I see.
What's wrong? Aren't you happy? I knew you'd be liked, though. You are such a perfect man. Well, next time, I should introduce myself to your parents, huh? When do you think I can meet them?
Emma, I have a question.
What?
The live-in maid, she's quite young, isn't she?
Yeah, why?
What's her name?
Her name is Nicole. Why are you asking about her? Did she do something rude to you? I made sure she won't interact with you. What did she do to you?
She didn't do anything rude. Is she just a maid?
Yes, she is.
Isn't she your sister?
What are you talking about? Did she say something to you?
Based on your reaction, she's your sister, huh?
No, she's not. I was just surprised because you're asking me weird questions out of nowhere.
Actually, I know her.
What? You're lying.
I mean, I don't know her, but I've only heard about her. I've never met her before, but I recognize her right away. I'm sure of it.
What are you talking about? Maybe you are misunderstanding something.
No, that's not possible. I also heard she has a half-sister. I also know her mother's name too. Everything matches.
What?
Emma, are you treating your sister like a maid? Even though you're not blood related, she's still your sister, right?
Yes. So what? I bet you don't know that her father is an alcoholic, unemployed scum. She has the DNA of her scumbag father. There's no way I can consider her as my sister.
A scumbag father?
She's also a scumbag, you know? I never thought of her as a family or a sister. She's more like a slave to me. She should be grateful that I'm keeping her as a maid.
That's how you think about her? How could you treat your sister like that? I didn't know you were that kind of person. I'm sorry, Emma. Let's call off the engagement.
What? Are you serious? Why? Are you calling off the engagement because of my sister?
It's not her fault. I don't think I can marry someone like you. How can I love someone who treats their sister like a slave?
I don't understand what's going on. What do you even know about Nicole?
I will explain it to you personally. I'll bring my parents too. When your parents and mine meet, they'll surely understand about Nicole.
What do you mean? I don't get it. You ruined everything. What? I didn't do anything. Don't play dumb. What did you say to Patrick? Patrick said he wants to call off the engagement with me. He said he knows about you. It's all your fault. Does he know about me? But I don't know him at all. Anyway, I didn't do anything. As you said, I woke up at 4 in the morning, finished everything I was told to do. When Patrick came, I served tea and snacks. I immediately went back to my room. I just said hello to him for a moment. That's it. I didn't say anything else. Then why did he break off the engagement with me? I don't know. I'll never forgive you. Stop lying. I can't let you stay in this house anymore. What? But we are family. No, we're not. Leave this house by the end of today. What? Today? That's too sudden. I don't know where else I should go. Shut up! Just do as I said.
Hey, is this Nicole's number? It's Patrick.
What? Patrick? How did you get my number?
I'm sorry if I scared you. I know it's weird that the man who introduced himself as your sister's fiancé suddenly messaged you. But the truth is, I've known you for a long time, and I really wanted to talk to you. So I got your contact info from your mother.
What? You've known me for a long time?
I don't mean to be rude, but I would like to confirm something. You're not living with your biological father, right?
Yes, that's correct, but...
Your real father's name is David, from Greendale Town, right?
How did you know that? My sister also mentioned that you claimed to know about me. So it was true. Have we met before? I'm sorry, but I have no idea. How do you know me?
It's natural that you don't know me. I'm your half-brother.
Half-brother?
I'm your biological father's son. David is my father. I've been looking for you for a long time.
What?
Dad always told me about you. He always regretted not being able to get custody of you.
Really?
Well, your mother told you that your biological father was an alcoholic who had been unemployed. She told you that's why they got divorced, didn't she?
Yes.
I knew it. That was a lie. Well, it's true that he was addicted to alcohol. He found out that your mother was having affairs with several men. He got desperate and he turned to drinking at that time. Consequently, his health deteriorated and he ended up hospitalized for several weeks. So there was a period when he was unemployed.
That was the truth?
Dad really wanted to get custody of you, but he was in a bad state back then. He tried to win custody, but your mother easily gained custody because of Dad's condition at the time. He had no other option but to let it go. He's been haunted by regret ever since. That's why I've been looking for you, to reunite you with your real father.
I didn't know anything about this. Does my sister know about this?
She doesn't know about it. I had no idea you and Emma were siblings until I met you today. I never imagined that you two were siblings. But after I learned how she treated you, I realized I couldn't marry her, so I proposed breaking off the engagement.
So that's what happened. That's why she told me to leave the house.
What? Did she tell you to leave?
She said it's my fault why you broke off the engagement and told me to leave the house. So I packed my bags and left just a moment ago.
What? But it's not your fault at all.
I wanted to leave too, so it's fine. I've said many times before that I wanted to leave that house. But Emma wanted to keep me in their house and use me as a maid. I was surprised by how sudden it was today, but I'm actually grateful for the chance to leave.
Do you have any place to stay?
I just wanted to get away from home, so I came to the train station. But I don't really know where I'm going.
If you want, why don't you come to my house?
What? To your house?
I understand it's sudden and might be surprising. But when I told my father about today, he said he wants to help you too.
But he's remarried, right? I don't want to cause trouble for you and your family.
Dad has been talking to my mother about you for a long time. I told my mother about today. She feels the same way as my father.
Really?
We're here for you, Nicole.
It really means a lot to me. It would be really nice if I could stay over at your place.
Our house is closest to White Bridge Station. Can you make it to that station? My father and I will pick you up by car from there.
Thank you. Yeah, I think I can make it there with my last money.
Last money?
All of my salary is managed by my family. I only get $100 every month. And on top of that, I'm asked to run errands with that money. Right now, I only have $20 left. If you hadn't offered me a place to stay, I don't know what would have happened to me today. I'm really grateful to you.
I can't believe they even took your salary. They are disgusting people. If that's the case, stay where you are. We'll come pick you there.
Really? Thank you so much. I will wait for you here.
I can't believe you and Patrick are siblings.
How did this happen? I wanted to marry Patrick. You ruined everything. Why is it my fault? He decided to leave you after learning how you treated me, right?
Shut up! I wanted to marry him so bad. I can't believe this is happening to me.
Even so, you have to accept it. It's your own fault.
I thought I could marry into wealth.
What? That's the reason you wanted to get married to him?
That's right. After all, your real father is the company president, right? I heard Patrick was supposed to be the next president. So I thought I could become the wife of the president in the future.
Just think about it. Even if Patrick forgives you, don't you think that my father would never forgive you? Even though you are my half-sister, you've treated me like a servant for years. Do you really think he will approve of you marrying Patrick? I'm really glad that you revealed your true self in front of Patrick. Thanks to you, I was able to meet my brother and real father. I'm so happy that I was able to leave the house too. I used to hate you so much, but now I'm grateful.
Oh no! Nicole, what the hell are you doing?
Hey, it's been a while. What's wrong?
I only asked you to leave the house, not to take our money.
Our money? Do you mean my salary? What are you misunderstanding? It's my salary, so I'm not taking anyone's money.
Shut up! Who do you think you are? Today, when Mom tried to withdraw this month's money, she couldn't withdraw any money. What did you do?
I changed all the bank account information.
Why?
Why do you think I will give you my money? After you kicked me out of the house? How selfish could you be?
But we can't live without your money.
What?
Up to now, we have been living off most of your salary. It's impossible to live without you.
Really? I didn't know that. I never thought you earned so little. You relied entirely on my salary, yet you've treated me like a maid? What kind of joke is this? I'm not saying all of it. Just give me half the money. Are you serious? Aren't we strangers now? Why should I give it to you? Oh, I mean, we were strangers from the beginning. You never once acknowledged me as family, right? Thank you very much for keeping me a stranger in your house. Goodbye. Hey, Nicole! Wait a minute! Please, I need your help. Hey, Nicole! Are you reading this? I'm really sorry for everything I've done. Please, help me. I was able to cut off ties with my terrible family. For a while, I stayed at Patrick's place. They took really good care of me, and I can't thank them enough. Now that I'm in control of my own finances, I've rented an apartment and started living independently. Thankfully, it's not far from Patrick's place. I still drop by to see them every now and then. We've even had a few family dinners together. I've completely gotten used to living frugally. Even after covering rent, I still have some savings left. I've been putting money aside for the future, and I always make sure to treat Patrick's family well. The other day, I was back in my hometown where Emma lives. I saw her working part-time at a fast food joint. It was quite amusing to see her being scolded by a younger manager. After everything I've been through, I'm finally ready to start enjoying life again.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.